welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm so happy you're here. As always, all of my links are down in the description, including my social media, my Patreon, as well as my Amazon storefront. So please go check those out. And without further ado, let's get into this week's video. Enjoy. All right, so today I want to talk about good versus bad foods and what actually makes a food good versus bad, and why I actually don't believe that any food is necessarily just good or just bad. So first of all, I do not use the term good food or bad food when I'm talking to my clients about nutrition. So the way that I describe it is all foods have some sort of nutritional value to them, but there are foods that obviously have more nutritional value than others, because at the end of the day, ice cream does have some sort of benefit to it. It has protein because it has so much dairy in it. It has fat in it, which we know we need, but it also has a lot of unnecessary sugar in there, right? So it's not that ice cream is bad, it's just less nutritious than other foods. Obviously, you can apply that to things like pizza or fried chicken, burgers, things like that. But the other thing I really want to point out here is the quality of the food versus what the food actually is. Because there is obviously a very big difference between a burger from McDonald's or Wendy's or Jack in the Box, whatever your fast food place is, versus an actual restaurant, right? The quality of the ingredients that actual restaurant is going to use is better than what fast food places use. Again, no hate towards the fast food restaurants, but the quality of their ingredients is not as good as other restaurants. And so that's something to consider too, is if you are going to a nice sit down restaurant and they have a cheeseburger or a burger option, you're going to be getting better quality of ingredients there, which ultimately is not going to make that burger as bad as a burger from a fast food place. The same thing goes for pizza or chicken or things like that. You know, it's not always about the food itself. It's about the quality of the ingredients that go into those foods. It's like I tell people when it comes to frozen meals and how some of them actually are balanced out for you. A lot of these quote unquote unhealthier foods are the same way, because when you look at a good quality cheeseburger, you're getting obviously your carb from the bun, you're getting your protein from the meat, you're getting your fat from the cheese if it's a cheeseburger, and then you're getting, lettuce and tomato and other veggies on there. And so really, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, it's not that terrible. Same thing with a good quality pizza. You're getting the carb from the bread, you're getting a protein if you put protein on your pizza, you're getting your fat from the cheese. And so again, it all comes down to what quality are the ingredients that these places are using versus what the food actually is. Obviously, we don't want to have pizza and cheeseburgers and all of those things every single day for all three meals. That's not a thing. But the reality is when you fit them into a well-balanced nutrition plan, they're not going to make or break you, because realistically, you are still getting a balanced meal when you have those things. And the way that I teach my clients to do this is with the 70-30 rule. So 70% of the time we're focusing on fueling our bodies with the macros and the nutrients and all of the things that we need. And then that other 30% is for the things like the ice cream and the pizza and the burgers and whatever your jam is. Because all of these foods do serve a purpose, which is why I am never going to advocate for cutting out foods unless you have some sort of allergy or a medical reason why you cannot have them. So I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye.